Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most gripping true crime stories from around the world. Today, we're delving into the tragic and heartbreaking story of Mia Marcano, the girl who was killed for rejecting a man. Have you ever been rejected? How did it make you feel? Sad, embarrassed, and angry? Maybe the killer in this case couldn't handle being rejected by a beautiful young woman. Mia Marcano was born on April 26, 2002, in Pembroke Pines, Florida. She was the daughter of Marlon Marcano, a Trinidadian DJ known as DJ Eternal Vibes, and Emma Scabriel, a Virgin Islander. Her parents later divorced and her father remarried, making her the stepdaughter of media personality Giselle Blanche, with whom she reportedly had a great relationship. Mia attended Charles W. Flanagan High School, where she was known for being a bright, funny and sarcastic young woman and a caring friend. She started her higher education at the University of Central Florida before transferring to Valencia College, where this crime sadly occurred. In her second year pursuing an arts degree, Mia worked part-time in the leasing office of the apartment complex where she and several friends lived. On Friday, September 24th, 2021, the day she disappeared, Mia was in contact with her mum, Emma, and cousin Kaylee. She frequently texted, sent Snapchats, and enjoyed being on TikTok. Mia had to work that day at the management office of her apartment complex, typically until about 5 p.m. She was excited because she was flying home that day to visit her dad's house in Fort Lauderdale. Mia and Kaylee were excited about seeing each other that weekend. At 5 p.m, Mia got off work and texted her friend that she was heading home to get ready for the airport. Her friend texted her at 5:06 p.m, but Mia never responded or opened Kaylee's Snapchat. By 6:45 p.m, Mia's family sensed something was wrong. Mia's brother, Marlon Jr., also tried to contact her. Mia's family reached out to her school, but no one had heard from her after 5 p.m. Emma contacted the airline Uber and Lyft, but Mia never made it to the airport. Mia's family reported her missing to the Orlando Police Department, who arrived at Mia's first floor apartment at 10:02 p.m. They knocked on her door, but there was no answer. A police officer went around the back and looked into Mia's bedroom. Nothing seemed unusual. At around 10:21 p.m, Mia's family contacted her roommate, who then let the police inside. Mia's bedroom door was locked, which the roommate said had happened before. The police and the roommate went back outside, and the roommate climbed through the window to let the police into Mia's bedroom. Inside, they found a small dresser barricading the door, a broken necklace on the floor, and a rusty old box cutter. Mia was always seen wearing that necklace, and the box cutter didn't belong to anyone in the apartment. The police also found dried blood on Mia's pillowcase, and her teddy bear was discovered in her closet. Mia's family mentioned that she was known for taking her teddy bear everywhere, so they knew something was wrong. Most of her family was already en route to Orlando. On September 25th, 2021, Mia was declared a missing person at 1:36 a.m. Her family arrived in Orlando around 4 a.m. and were escorted into Mia's apartment by a police officer to look around. And Kaylee immediately noticed that Mia's room was in disarray, which was unlike her. Mia's dad had installed security locks on her bedroom windows, but he noticed they had been unscrewed and were missing. Although Mia had several Apple products, her family couldn't get a location because her phone was turned off. Kaylee noticed a silver car circling the parking lot while looking out the window. The driver saw her and tried to flee, hitting a parked vehicle and nearly hitting a family member named Simone. Around 5 a.m, a confrontation occurred between the driver and Mia's family, who accused him of sending aggressive text messages to Mia. The man identified himself as Armando Caballero, a maintenance worker for the apartment complex.
He said, "Are you looking for Mia?" I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm the maintenance guy."
The family knew that Mia had been harassed by a maintenance worker who had pursued her romantically. When she rejected him, he wouldn't take no for an answer.
Me and Tati were conversating about it, so I finally, it came up.
But
should I go and see if I see anything?
No one knows Tati. That's my whole thing. Not even the roommate knows Tati. She's an employee, but you keep saying Tati is a friend and that you've all hung out together. No one here knows Tati. All her other friends showed up. Her closest friends that live in the complex were all here with us early on. No one knows Tati. We have sent obsessive texts to Mia. We have all seen the text. You talked about giving her your life savings. You cash out her money, and you claim that you weren't in touch.
Who told her gave
it's
her
on
life
text.
savings? I never
As a
said
matter of
that.
fact, we're going to get a police report to pull your phone records if that's the case.
Armando provided the police with his name and address, which Mia's family also noted. Kaylee observed that Armando's face and hands were swollen, and he appeared very defensive and agitated, leading them to suspect his involvement. After a sleepless night, Mia's family began putting up missing person posters and decided to visit Armando's apartment for their own surveillance. Around 8 a.m, Kaylee, Mia's grandmother, and 2 other female family members arrived at Armando's apartment, parking across the street. They found him searching through his silver car.
He has gloves.
He has gloves.
He has gloves
He has
in his
gloves.
hands.
He has gloves.
The blanket.
Oh my God, that is my blanket.
The police were called at 8:17 a.m. on September 25th. Armando heard them and confronted Mia's family outside his car before taking off, but Marlon Sr. and Jr. arrived as he was leaving and followed him. The police contacted Armando, asking him to return to his apartment. When he did, he consented to a search, but the pink blanket was missing, likely disposed of by Armando's roommate. Unfortunately, the police didn't have enough evidence to arrest Armando. The police were searching for Mia, and a check of the key fob system at her apartment revealed that Armando used his master key to enter her apartment at 4:36 p.m. on September 24th. He waited for Mia, who arrived home at 5 p.m. With this evidence, the police had enough to arrest Armando for burglary, but he had vanished. On September 27th, 2021, some maintenance workers tried to access a storage unit where Armando had previously worked. Inside, the police found Armando dead by hanging. Unfortunately, his secrets died with him, leaving Mia's family deeply frustrated and feeling he had taken the coward's way out. A police search for Mia soon began.
No bit of information is too small or too insignificant. If someone, knows of something, saw something, recognizes her face, we will take that information, and you can remain anonymous too. We just want the information.
With help from the FBI, the police were able to search Armando's GPS coordinates from the day of Mia's disappearance. Armando's coordinates led the police about 17 miles away from Mia's apartment complex to a rundown area near some old abandoned buildings. This was an area that Armando had previously lived in and was familiar with, so he would have had good knowledge of the surroundings.
Cell phone records showed us that Caballero was in or near the Timberscan apartments on Friday evening between 8 and 9 o'clock. That's the evening that she was reported missing.
On October 2nd, 2021, Mia's nearly skeletonized body was discovered in some brush near the old buildings. She was found wearing jeans, a bra and a robe, indicating she had been preparing to leave for the airport. Mia's purse was found nearby, and her mouth, wrists and ankles were all bound with black duct tape. It is believed that Armando's obsession with Mia led him to become enraged when she rejected his romantic advances. When he realized he would never have her, he entered her apartment and confronted her in the most sinister way possible. Mia's cause of death was ruled as a homicide by undetermined means, and there was no clear sign that she had been essayed. The family now feels that the apartment building's management is partially to blame for this crime due to their lack of care in hiring a convicted criminal. Armando had previously committed similar lesser offences against female residents in his previous roles. In the aftermath of this case, Mia's family has fought tirelessly to pass Mia's Law, which will strengthen security measures in apartments across Florida and require extensive background checks of employees. The law passed unanimously in its first committee hearing. Armando had a violent criminal history, and if Mia's Law had been in place before this devastating crime, perhaps Mia's life could have been saved. This is by no means the first crime involving a maintenance worker unlawfully entering a woman's apartment. Mia was only 19 and had her whole life ahead of her. Armando took that away from her, robbing her friends and family of a precious loved one and leaving them devastated. He was a coward who couldn't handle rejection and couldn't face up to what he had done. Mia's family worked tirelessly to catch her killer, often appearing to do more than the police. My heart breaks for them. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe the apartment complex is to blame for this crime? Comment below. Additionally, the Q Crime channel offers numerous other captivating cases for you to explore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with Q Crime Story videos every day. Farewell for now, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our future videos.